Hey, I'm Bethany, and I'm so excited you stopped by. Thanks so much for watching this awesome DIY. Let's get ready to craft.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for popping in and crafting with me. Today we're going to learn about molds, silicone molds specifically, because that's what your foam clay is made for. So silicone molds come in all different patterns, shapes. This is a cute Valentine's Day one you can see with the conversation heart. This one is little chocolates, treats, and this one is chocolate bars. These two are from Michael's, and this is actually from the dollar store, surprisingly. So these are flexible, they're silicone, they're not going to break, and they're amazing for foam clay. Never use them like with real food after. This is strictly for our fake bakes. So what you're going to use them for really is your embellishment. So when we're embellishing our cakes, our fake bakes, our brownies, our cookies, anything, and we want to do cool embellishments, it's nice to have molds with a cool design to really like up our game as far as our fake bakes. So I'm going to show you how to do a few today, and I have them already set and dried because I want you to see what they look like when they actually set and they're not fresh, because they are really, really durable, and you can paint them, you can color them, and really you can kind of cut them too if they're too big, and kind of just make them what you want. So they're fun to do, they're easy, they're super cheap, and you can make your own molds and embellishments. So let's get started. Alright guys, so first things first, you're going to want to have a flat surface to work with, because we're kind of going to roll out the foam clay. And then second, you're going to want some foam clay. This is air dry clay, and you can see it's in a nice big packet. It has a ton of different colors, and these are more like personal science ones. They're not that big, but they're just enough to work with. They come in this pack, I think it's 24 air dry clay on Amazon. Very affordable. I think it was 13 bucks or so. So you're going to take your silicone mold. Okay. Some people you hear spray it like with a release or put some cornstarch in it. I think that they work just fine, so I just leave them. We're going to do this one, some chocolate, and we're going to start thinking of what we want to put on a fake bake. So in the next video, we're actually going to decorate our fake bake. So these are all fun things that are going to be for that. So I think I want to do some purple chocolate. So you're going to take your foam clay, and some of these are really, really slimy. Oh my gosh, is this one not going to come out? Some are like really slimier than others, and some they just pop right out. So you might have to kind of pull it out, but it's easy to work with. And kind of stick it and pull. I heard someone say that it depends on where it ships from, like your climate. So I'm in Florida, it's super hot all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it just melts in an Amazon truck. Except for today, it's like 50 degrees, so it's nice out. So you're going to do this, and you're going to kind of just condition your foam clay. Pick up any, oh my gosh, really? We're getting stuck already, guys? See what I mean by it's so sticky? You're kind of going to take your clay and just condition it, pull it, and hopefully it won't be a waste like this one. You can also stick it in the freezer for just like a few minutes, and it'll harden it enough that you can pull this off, but I'm not going to worry about that piece. So then you want to take it, you want to roll it. Now this, you could roll it into any shape you want. You can make a donut with it by taking it like that, making it a circle, pressing, and then putting your finger through to make like a corner, and then kind of shaping it to a donut. And then you'd have a donut, and you would kind of just twist it, make it what you want. But that's not what we're gonna do. Donuts are a different video. But this is the same idea. So we're gonna do this. And now we're gonna take half of it because we want to fill in our chocolate bar mold. So this is a mold. You can see it's got all the little rivets. And we're just gonna take it and press it in like this. Get in the corners, and you want to make sure that it gets down and picks up that print that's on the inside, so you get those nice like classic chocolate bar imprints. And just press it. Kind of just try to make it even. Any of this come up? Yes. Same thing on the other side. You're gonna just press it in. And again, like I said, these are more or less like individual packets that are super colorful and fun to work with, but they do make on Amazon airfoam clay that's in big packs or buckets that are just solid white, solid pink, all sorts of colors, and those are more economical too, because I personally buy the white and then just use acrylic paint and mix it in, and then it creates the color that you want. But that's something we'll work in the future, but we're using these for now. So just like that, pressed in there. Okay, so this in about I usually wait 20 minutes at least. This one's really sticky and kind of slimy, so it's gonna take longer, but what I do is I just let them sit, sometimes overnight. If I'm not in a rush either, I'll just let them sit overnight so they pop out nicely. You just literally pop it, kind of like if you were doing ice cube trays, you just pop it out. You could stick these in the freezer again for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they're gonna get hard and they will pop out. So if you're in a rush or you wanna make multiple, you can do that too. That way you can get it all done in one day. But because we're not rushing, we're just gonna leave them like that. And we're gonna move on and make the candies, and then maybe by the time we come back to it, we could pop them out, we'll see. So we're gonna set this to the side. Now we're gonna make candies, and these are cute. Little chocolates, little gumdrops. Let's do, I love this bright yellow. Or do I like the green? I kind of like the green too. So we're gonna use the green. I'm gonna throw it first. Okay, are we using the yellow or are we gonna use the green? We're gonna use the yellow because we don't feel like I'm gonna get green. Lazy. Oh my gosh, I love this yellow. It's like bright. It's like the safety jackets they make you wear if you're a construction worker. So you're gonna condition this again. And don't mind the background, guys, if you hear the background. Sorry. Me and hubby are sharing a workspace. And our windows are open. It's like 50 degrees in Florida today, so it's beautiful. So you're gonna take this, and we're not gonna make too many of these, but enough. See what I mean, y'all? This is like really sticky. Usually not like this. Like this, and I kind of want to do this square one. You're gonna stick that in there. And these are what make your fake bakes really, really different and unique. I like this guy. See how it kind of goes over? Just kind of work some of it off. And push in, because you want it to stay flat. So when you're gluing it on your fake bake or using caulking, whatever you're gonna do to secure it, it's not too big. And this one. Push. There. So those are going to pop out and be little candies for us. Okay. So I think for now I'm gonna pop these in the freezer so we can see what they look like. I want y'all to see what they look like when they pop out. And I will be back shortly. Alright y'all, so I want you to see the difference. This is the yellow that we were using. How it was really, really slimy. It kind of pulls very easy. Very squishy. This is the consistency most air dry feels like. It's obviously squishy because it's foam clay, but it's thicker, it's not as quick to kind of pull away. This is a nice consistency. You can work with both, of course, but this is usually what they feel like. So, try to keep this covered if you can in a bag so it doesn't dry out very quick if you're not using the color, because you can reuse them obviously and if they stay nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our green, this pretty teal shade, and then we're going to use our roller. And this is just a silicone cake roller from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to kind of press down and push, just like you're working with dough or when you really bake. Just kind of press down and out. You don't want it too thin, but just enough where we're going to use one of our cookie cutters. This is a good size part. Now this is not a mold, obviously. This is just a regular cookie cutter that you could use. Sorry, the camera's shaking. This is a little weak of a table. And then just pull it away. Now you kind of got to go like that. You don't want to put too much pressure on it where it cracks, but and then just your edges sometimes leave like a little residue. The cutter will just kind of tap them. And you have your pretty heart. The reason we're going to have this is because we're going to make one more of these. I'm going to show you that. I want it to stay nice and flat. And these usually, I always usually let the foam clay, whether it's an embellishment from the mold, if I'm using a cookie cutter, whatever I'm using, I usually let it sit at least overnight. Because if not, it's not durable, and it tends to bend and move around. I just prefer to leave it overnight. And I do turn them after a few hours because you want it to be dry on both sides. Okay, so we're going to let that sit there. We're going to go back and make another. Again, just a ball. This. We're going to press. Now this one obviously it didn't have too much teal in it, so you might just have to kind of work with what you got. Hopefully there's enough. Make this side a little. Cross, kind of shake it a little. Lift. Kind of smooth it out. So those came out the same. Sometimes, depending on the amount of clay you have, you might have to make one a little thinner than the other, but they look good. Now, we're going to let those sit there for a bit. This we're going to put to the side. Actually, I might use one of these. This is the Valentine's Day mold. These are super cute. Mine, cutie pie, XOXO. Take this. And then push this. Here's a cat. Let's stay outside. Everyone's outside today, including the cat. Now we're gonna press this in here. Like that. Now because the green was a little bit harder than the yellow, we might be able to just pop these out. Let's see. Yep. Oh my gosh. Cutie pie. And see how perfect they are? Perfect size. And these are awesome for all of our embellishments. Let's do this one. Oops, that was a little flat. Sometimes you could even take your roller and kind of roll over the top if you think it's a little uneven. And then just pop. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Be mine. All right. Now we are going to grab our molds that we put in the freezer. Right, so let's get these out. This is the purple. Now I just took them out of the freezer. So hopefully. See how it's still in there? It needs more time. And we are not in a rush. We want them to come out good, so yeah. Stay a bit. Let's try this one. These should just pop right out, so just hold it like you're popping ice cubes. Oh, that's cute. Those are cute. And the bottoms sometimes are a little uneven. I'll just go in and kind of smooth it out. You're not gonna see it. And then I'll let them put on parchment paper overnight. And then just form them again. Now again, this is kind of that stickier one. So I'll definitely let them sit because they're gonna take a little bit longer to dry. And then these, you can just wash with soap, water, to the side, use them again and again. This one, let me try again, let me see. No, we're definitely leaving this one overnight. So we'll set these to the side. And then these as well. And then we want to do a macaroon with these. So this is 2 just regular, like we use the cookie cutters, and you can use all different. I have this one, a huge one, anything you want really, cookie cutters. Now, you're gonna need more clay. We could use the yellow. Do I want to do yellow? There's so much green and yellow. Let's do a different button color. This is so loud. What would look cute? The dolphin colors. What? One of those weird colors. Ooh, orange would be pretty. A bright, funky orange. Yeah, let's stick to the original. We'll just stick to the original yellow. So not to waste it. So go like this. Now again, we're going to make macaroons for the middle. So the middle part, you're not going to really need anything there because the macaroon goes around the outside. So, let's see how I want to do this. I kind of want to go like this. Just use your fingers. This stuff is so easy. It just molds and expands. Just use your
Okay guys, sorry about the audio on this part, but I wanted to make sure that you understood that what I'm doing is taking the foam clay and rolling it out and just making enough to cover the border of the heart. You want to think of like frosting on a macaroon or on a cookie, how the inside part tends to show if you were to layer cookies. So we're not going to put anything in the middle, it's just the outside, so it's a border. So you're going to see that what I'm going to do is take the yellow I'm going to, again, roll it. I don't want it super thick and I don't want it thin either. So I'm going to take my cookie that we cut out originally, just deciding in this part which side I'm going to use, and then I'm going to take it and kind of pinch it a little bit for a flat part, just to get myself going, and then create it all around the border. And you're just following it around just like you would, like you're tracing something or coloring or whatever you're doing. You're just going to follow that around in the same heart shape and go all the way around and kind of pinch it at the bottom, and you're just going to keep going around. So keep going around, smoothing it out, making it how you want, and then you can use water if you need to kind of smooth that out if it's already started to dry a little bit, but this is good right here. Then I'm just taking my other heart and I'm going to get it ready to assemble my macaroon, my cookie. I keep calling it a macaroon, but it's kind of like a little cookie too, so whatever it is, it's sweet. So I'm just measuring it up to see how it lines up. I want to make sure that that yellow part is nice and smooth and is fitting with both hearts in between, and the foam really sticks together. So you very rarely need hot glue. You'll see me use some hot glue just to kind of secure it a little, just a tad bit, while it dries. But most foams, once they're stuck together, they just adhere. That's why it's important that you be ready for it to adhere together, because it's kind of hard to pull apart once they touch. And then you're just going to go ahead and smooth, make sure it's all aligned. And then you could grab a toothbrush, or you could grab anything you have that has kind of like a little maybe rough edge to it, because you want to create some dimension and you want to create more of a natural look with the frosting. And it kind of just gives it texture and makes it look super real. So that's what you see me doing. I have this, you see the little stick, and you can almost take like a toothpick and break it in half, and then that rough edge you can use to kind of just go along the sides. See how it creates those indentations? It makes it look really real. And so I'm just going to keep going around, poking that in, not too much, but just enough on the surface. So look how cute this is, guys. It came out awesome. It's the perfect little cookie macaroon, and it's got that indentation. I'll at the end, not on camera, but I'll Mod Podge this to make it kind of glossy and make it look really put together, and it kind of just makes it all look extra real. And I'll probably put some sprinkles around the outside, and you could just use hot glue, put that all around the yellow part, and then dip it in sprinkles. That comes out really good. Now these are those gumdrops that we made, and the little chocolate looks so cute, and we're going to use these in the next video. But look how real they look, and we just used molds, that's it. And these are the other two cute little ones that we use from the dollar store, silicone mold. This is a chocolate mold. Now this mold was made with, you saw me use the candy bars earlier, that mold. This is a chocolate one I did earlier, but I wanted you to see how it dries. This one is several weeks old, and look how cute it is. It's perfect, it's dry, it's not going anywhere, it bends, it's hard. I mean, you could glue these down, you could use caulking to secure it to your fake bakes. It's just perfect. These are also chocolate bars that are frosted with Mod Podge, and then I put the diamond dust on them. They look so good, as you can see. So they look super realistic. Molds are just awesome, and they come in so many different styles and different shapes. You can make anything, hearts, circles, you can do ice cream cones, different types of candies. There's, I mean, everything you can imagine. Just go on Amazon, put in silicone molds, go to Hobby Lobby and check it out. This one that you'll see is just, I wanted you to see that you could take foam clay, roll it into a ball, stick a dowel or a skewer, and it could be a cake pop, and it could either go upside down and like kind of push into something to hold it, like on the top of a cake, or we can just put the ball down and use it like a cake pop. These are just little candies. This was from like a Christmas mold that I plan to paint. A heart that was just to show you the foam, how durable it is, and more of our conversation hearts. And these are just to show you a little bit more so you could get a better visual of what they all look like. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love using molds. I love using all sorts of unusual things to make my fake bake. So really hope that you'll try them out. You have nothing to lose, only some fun things to create. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey with fake baking in my channel. I hope that you come back soon and we can do more fake bakes, maybe some crafts and DIYs together. See you soon.